Yeah.
What up, Dragon Ball fan? It's your favorite. No, that's not Ogre. What the?
Snap.
What's going on
Alright,
here?
bro. What'd you do today, man?
We decided to play some Cooler because it's really good versus Icarus and Soul Striker. So if you're looking for a deck to slap those decks, man, put together some Cooler.
Hot damn. Tell us them champ plays, baby.
Yeah.
What'd you finish today, man?
I finished X1. My one loss was to hand control. I missided and I got punished heavily for it.
Damn.
So,
Alright.
But, alright, so those are the leaders on the front side. It's just a simple attack lead. You gotta attack the leader and then you draw a card.
Yeah.
And then if your opponent's battle card is reduced by one of your cards, they mill one card. It awakens at 4, untap 1, draw 1. Kind of irrelevant. You want to awaken on your opponent's turn on this leader.
On your opponent's turn?
On your opponent's turn. It's
Explain that one, man.
one of the few leaders you want to awaken on your opponent's turn. So the second auto only draws if you reduce a battle card on your opponent's turn. So on your opponent's turn, you want to reduce one of their battle cards, draw for this auto, awaken, and then reduce their battle card again on this side to draw another card.
one.
Yeah, so you get the most advantage out of awakening on your opponent's turn on this leader. Backside's similar auto.
It is.
So now you can attack anything and draw a card. He maintains the auto where if one of your opponent's battle cards is reduced, you draw a card, except now it's on either player's turn. And then his once per turn auto is it's the draw card one. Or they mill every time you reduce a battle card as well. That's simple set 9 leader. Excellent red leader that functions like a blue deck. So we'll start with the check lands. It's just 4 copies of this Frieza Army check land. It's just a blue-red or energy that comes in play untapped if you already have a blue-red in hand. If this is your first, like if you have one in your opening hand, a lot of players make the mistake of charging a different blue-red so they can charge this turn 2. Don't do that. This card is just there for energy, so just charge this shit immediately. You'll never cast this card though.
You need 2 more judge ones?
I do.
Ooh, we'll talk after this, B.
We play. So this hasn't changed. We play a full suite of the Hercule and Majin Buu Friends Forever. Pre-awaken, this is actually the best one to arrival before you awaken because it's going to draw 2. It reduces one of your opponent's battle cards by 10k, then you draw a card, and then your leader will draw another card, so you want to play this one before you awaken. And then after awaken, you can pick a different shenanigan to go with. Before I get too far, you definitely want to keep one red-blue multicolored card to charge turn 1, regardless of what it is, in your opening hand. You still play a full suite of the Cooler Tyrannical Assault, probably the best card in the deck. It effectively reads, if you can hit 2 of your opponent's battle cards, it ignores barrier, reduces my 10k, they'll mill 3, and you'll draw 1 on your leader effect. The 20k double strike is kind of relevant, because now a lot of times we're actually just killing people for game. The mill is on the back of their mind, so they're keeping their hand low, they're trying not to draw. So you have like no cards in hand, and then you're like, damn, that's wild, double strike, like 20k. And they're like, I guess I take it. The card is wild too. Also, Boo's ability to lift a card at the end of turn allows you to lift this card, and you can recycle that a lot. And then for the new Cooler, we're only playing 2 copies of Cooler Suffocating Tyranny.
You think it's worth the hype?
Now, I think this card is nuts. I don't think it's a $70 card, but it's nuts in this deck. It might not be nuts in like some of these other like launch fake red-blue decks, but it's crazy in this deck.
So I only need 2 for this.
Yeah, you only need 2. So triple strike, energy exhaust, kind of decent. Allows you to kill Vegex as the triple strike.
Oh yeah.
It's a rivals for red, blue, and 1, so it's a 3-mana rival, which is really hefty. So you can't really play into green or blue very easily with this card. That's why we only really want to run 2. Its first auto, when this card is played or attacks, your opponent mills 1, then you pick one of their battle cards and neg 25. So you mill 2 on its play, and you mill 2 again when it attacks.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then it's got this auto at the end of your turn. You may return this card to your hand, and if you do, you untap an energy. So ideally, you want to play it on your opponent's turn. Neg 25, whatever attacker they're doing, they mill 2 and you draw 1. You leave it on the field going to your turn. On your turn, you'll open by attacking with this. Right? You'll neg 25 something, they'll mill 2 because you're going to be awakened by the time you play this card. You're going to draw 1 off your leader's effect because you milled something. You spend your energy somehow on your turn, and then you bounce this back at the end of the turn. You get one of your energy back, and now you have this access to this card again.
That's the true spice,
Yeah. Dude, the card
Yeah.
increased the deck's
That's
power
wild, bro. That's
so
wild.
much. So we need to play this on our turn sometimes too, because we're going to try to use the 3 energy effectively and bring it back to leave 1 up. And we don't want to use Beerus's to combo on our turn.
Big fan.
So we're playing 4 copies of Son Goku Rival Seeker. I had to have my Invoker touch.
You just wanted to have this in, bro.
I did. I had to have my boy in
God.
there. But actually, he matters. So as long as you have a red-blue multicolor extra card in the drop area, he combos for free. For a lot of people that played the card, right? So we're abusing that to be able to rival our rival package. And additionally, he's also a U7 card, which we'll come back to later.
Ooh.
For the red-blue extra card that we play,
This guy just switch leaders and still playing Volker. I'm done.
we play an Instinctive Reprisal.
Oh.
2 energy, negate the attack, reduce 2 battle cards and or leaders by 10k.
Yeah.
Huge deal because this leader only really loses to leaders and unisons. So ability to negate a hard negate on leaders or reducing a leader makes it harder to kill this leader. This is the extra card we want to send to the drop for Rival Seeker so that we can make this a
Felt
zero
like you've
card.
seen this enough? Okay.
Yes, I'll show you how. So you're usually not going to actually activate the card, but we'll get there. And then for our, to get the Instinctive Reprisal into the drop, we play 2 copies of Friendly Rival Frieza. Also a Universe 7 card, which is really helpful. You just combo it from your hand as long as your leader's red. You can just send any red extra card to the drop, so you'll send away Instinctive Reprisal as soon as you can.
So you're playing 4 copies then?
Yeah, it's effectively 4 copies, but you don't have dead copies, right?
Yep.
That's the point. The fact that it's Universe 7 means it's searchable later in the deck, so that's really big. And then for our 1-drops, we've cut down to 3 Frieza Death's
I feel
Embrace.
like this only had 3.
Yeah, so we used to play this at 4, but now we have another 1-drop that's better in its slot. We kind of just use this to help prevent us from dying to leaders because you can tap 1 per every red energy. And your opponent's leader loses 10k. Really big deal when you're trying to go for game with this guy because you play this on your opponent's turn, you go to your turn, you charge with red, play this thing, swing lead, they're like, no negate, you're like, damn, that's crazy, tap 5. And they're done. I actually did that today.
Unless they play Lineage.
It's true, they can lineage, yeah.
Buy Lineage out, boys.
It's true. So, yeah, it's just a draw cantrip card when it comes into play, and then you can tap
That
it.
is funny though. I was gonna get you the MB. That's kind of matched up.
That's crazy. So you usually play this on 2, leave 1 energy up, and then tap 1 on your opponent's turn if they're bad enough to play into this, and you draw a card on your opponent's turn. It's cool late game because it prevents leader attacks, but our new 1-drop boy that we play is the Sun Gohan
Ooh,
Ultimate
the sun
Essence.
in the night.
Yeah, we only use him for his first auto. When this card is played, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Search any U7 card from your deck to include all of this, your 4 Beer Super combos that you're going to see, and our Unison. So there's like 22 targets in the end that you can search with this guy. He's incredible. You play him on 2 or you play him on 3, and you find the pieces in your deck.
Makes sense.
This is the move. We're definitely not playing the skillless card, but the fact that he can search out so many parts of your deck is what makes it good.
Makes sense.
Speaking of the Unison we played, we downgraded from the Jiren.
Oh.
We moved into Piccolo Jr., Descent of the King.
What happened to good old Jiren? He's saving the game today.
Jiren is really good, but he's not searchable by this card, man. That's the big deal.
Okay.
So we're increasing consistency in the deck. The fact that we can slam it on 2 in such a slow format to just draw a card is huge. And since a lot of people want to attack this instead of our leader on turn 2, so that lets the leader get to turn 3, which is exactly where Cooler wants to be. And this card just becomes a free 3 negates for 2 energy that drew a card. Like, it's the dream.
Doesn't have a G on it.
And then, of course, our last searchable card, we played the 4 copies of Beerus Divine Obliterator. My personal set is an Invoker still, but of course it's a U7, so searchable by Gohan. You definitely want to use this on the turn you awaken. One of the mistakes you can do with this deck is to burn your Beeruses before you actually awaken. So ideally, you want to wait till you're at 4 life or 3 life. Be comfortable going down to 3. On your opponent's next attack, you'll Beerus Super Combo to untap that energy. You'll arrive something to draw the card, you'll flip over. Since this is still in your combo area, you'll rival another card with the new energy that you untapped, and you'll draw another card. But if you burn these early, your game's gonna be a lot harder. And then, of course, since we're untapping mana, we're gonna play 4 copies of Sensu Bean. Not much to be said about this. Lets you extend your plays into multiple arrivals, so if you get to turn 4s and 5s, you can mill upwards of 16 to 20 cards in 1 turn, depending on your opponent's field, especially with so many options like mid-combat mill tools.
Hey, I left my cup.
And of course, one of the biggest problems we get to our Unison at 5 life, we play our Unison, and a lot of people just attack the Unison, so we play a few copies of Testing the Opposition. We want to
You want some
tap.
new tokens?
I don't need any
I got you,
tokens.
bro. Eddie tokens are fire, B. I got you.
A lot of times we want to tap out on our turn or leave ourselves up at 1 mana so that our opponents can't just crown us for free. Allows us to play negates like Testing the Opposition. It's perfect for stopping leader and Unison attacks, and then you can use the other half to block the other half of that. And any battle card attacks they try to push through, you mill them out through. So the card fits perfectly. Also protects your Unison in case they just want to attack your Unison and don't give you a combo step. The card's great for it. If I had space for 4, I'd probably put in a 4th. And I'd probably cut one of these for a 4th copy. I played 3
I do
copies.
like it. I know a lot of people don't like it
Yeah.
because it doesn't proc the leader.
Yeah, this card's kind of booty. Like, it mills your opponent by 1.
But
It
you don't
just
get to
doesn't
draw,
draw.
yeah.
Right. Like, we thought it would be good. because you can play the Piccolo on 2, and now you have Wolfang Fist live, and you're like, I can deal with like early aggro like Gogeta Xeno, but you really don't need this. Like people are gonna attack this anyways, and they attack this. You want them to attack this, so you're not burning this. Yeah, this card is kind of booty. I started it out a lot. I probably wouldn't play this card again. And speaking of other booty cards that like we played, another 2 copies of Yamcha Merciless Barrage. This card's bad. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that it can't hit like the card that's being played.
Yeah, this kind of the one you can't.
Yeah, so this card is just bad. Like same concept. We have Unison on 2. Where like we just play Yamcha.
You also don't
now.
draw a card, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Your opponent just mills 2 sometimes, and like you don't really want to kill those cards without drawing. So like this card's bad. I sided this card out like almost every game. Honestly, I'm probably gonna end up playing just 4 Unisons and like no Unison support. I think these cards are just bad.
That's what I did today, bro.
Yeah.
I took those little thing. I mean, Yumpers. I don't. Yeah, this is kind of neg. If I told use this when I die, I'm like, this is neg.
And then we have our SCR.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Trey, what did I tell you? Please tell this man why you have to play Gohanks. Bro. He's trying to tell me it's not Gohanks. That it's What did he say it was?
Kai?
I forgot what he told you.
It's definitely not heroines, because you're not trying to steal battle cards.
No, it's not heroines. It's how do you feel about Black Smoke in this deck? That's what
It's bad. Black Smoke is bad.
You don't like Black Smoke?
Yeah, you don't get 12 cards in your drop ever. Unless your opponent is just bad at the game, you're not gonna have 12. You're gonna get to like turn 16 and not have 12 cards in your drop. You're gonna be like, damn.
Turn 16,
Yeah.
bro. How many games is winning today?
I played this card every single game today.
Well,
This card
you got your win?
Yeah, every time this card comes down,
Put my boy Trey's face on
wins
it, bro.
this game, bro. Just its auto reads like this card is built for cooler. When this card is played, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and reduce their power by 25. They mill for every single card you just reduce.
Yep.
It's board wise for 4 for free. Its +1 is what Jiren's -3 is. Mine except for the barrier part, but its +1 is when your opponent attacks with a battle card. You get to choose one of them and gets -25k power for that. That's plus. Like you +1 and got rid of a card, that's busted. It's got dual attack and blockers, so it kill stuff on its play. If it survives the -25, like a Gogeta or some crap, you can just kill it. It stands back up to block a leader attack or a Unison swing, so your leader's safe. And then it's got this sick -4, which is usually what you play for. You tap 5 for it and you just -4 instantly. It becomes a 40k triple attack dual attack, or triple strike dual attack. Yeah, you're killing people now. Like you don't have to mill people to death anymore. You straight up just raw them. Plus, like back when people played Jiren in this deck, it felt bad to play this card because you'd +2 on or +1 on Jiren, you'd swing, and then you have to replace the Jiren with this, and you feel like you got no advantage. But now with the Piccolo, it feels good because like if the Piccolo survives, you just +1 swing with the Piccolo. You already drew the card, you're like, this card's useless, and you just replace it with this. And now this card is just a way better.
Made our boy Trey very happy, right?
Dude, this is the move, yeah. That's the whole 50 card. Hard 50 always. Never play anything more.
See.
But move to the side deck. This deck beats everything in the meta except like Vegex automatically. Or hand control. It's bad versus hand control. It's like probably the worst matchup for this deck. But it's very good versus Icarus. Very good versus Soul Striker. Very good versus like you pick a deck. Gogeta, Xeno, Jiren. Like you find a deck that needs battle cards.
Dark Broly?
This deck's good. It's good versus Dark Broly.
Ooh, versus Invoker?
When we're selling a case.
My bad. He got caught.
Invoker's not meta.
Oh, I'm done.
We play one side.
Oh, what is this? Oh, get that out of here, bro. Where's my face, bro? I got you after this event.
We play one copy of Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Son Goku. Concentrated action. Probably the worst card to write on your deck list, but you usually just play for those decks that go too wide too early. So like stuff like Gogeta Xeno goes too wide too early with too many tools, right? Or like sometimes Jiren goes too wide with too many 15Ks. You just can't control it. So you want to play a copy of a card that you can slam on 3. You can tap up for 3 safely with this card, clear their field, and then be able to keep playing, right? It's also a U7 target, so that Gohan finds it. Excellent choice. You're almost never going to use this 2-mana ignoring barrier snipe card because like your big cooler already ignores barrier.
Ignores barrier.
Yeah, and nothing with barrier really scares you. Like
I told you about that 2 years ago. I'm like, bro, why don't you just neg this? Like, what are you talking
nuts.
about?
And then for those matchups where like your opponent wants to do nothing, there's some matchups where like some people think, oh, you can just play like just your leader and just your Unison versus Cooler and attack with nothing else. They think they're gonna win the match, and they're wrong, dog. You signed 4 copies of this Cooler card.
Not even a clock, bro. This is neg, yeah.
You slam this thing down versus
clock.
like Hatchyak, SS4, like Blue Baby, whatever bullcrap they want to play. You just stop attacking. Like if they're not gonna attack, you stop attacking.
So does this card literally says you have 5 turns? No, it's 4. You have 5 turns, man, and you lose. That's literally what it says.
Every turn this card passes, like stays on the field. It's got barrier.
No one, bro.
Yeah, at the end of your opponent's
You're not
turn,
attacking. You just slam it and leave it, bro.
Yeah.
That's neg.
The thing is protected on its own. It's a blue-red opener. Like it's a perfect card for those super.
You would have made this? this?
Nah, if there was space, I probably
In
maybe
place
cut
of the
a
Wolfang
Wolfang.
Fist?
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
about to
a
say,
Wolfang
I think you
something
can
like
win
that.
one of these.
Yeah.
At least 2, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you slam it and it says 5. I see when it says 5 turns, bro.
You're right out of time, and it kills something on entry. So like versus super fast decks, it's not totally useless too. It's a blue-red charge, so that thing's pretty cool. And then we play 2 copies of Violent Rays for like decks that go super. I mean, maybe Dark Broly if that deck was still existing, but really for stuff like Kid Icarus that has a bunch of apes and faff and stuff you really need to deal, or like early game stuff like Sin Shenron aggro that goes way too fast too early. You want to play a couple copies of Violent Rays. Also, it lets you discard Instinctive Reprisal, which is a really cool synergy. But and then, like I said, since hand control is like our worst matchup, we play 8 apes.
No Deborahs?
No Deborah. So Deborah, the problem with Deborah is a lot of these hand control decks are playing Focus Breakthrough or Black Mass Sane as well. So if they
Did
play
you just out it though with your coolers and stuff? Like,
yeah, but then you have to play into. You have to have a bunch of cards in here, right? Like
Yep.
situation has to be in your favor.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but a lot of these decks like hand control or like TN starts hand controlling right away before you can even get those coolers set up. So like you want to play something that you can draw out of. Plus it lets you like do soft combos out of like 15Ks that your opponent throws at you or like 10K crits.
So how'd you lose to hand adjustment? Hey, what the hell?
I took out my beans like an idiot. I was like, I'm never gonna have enough cards. Yeah, to use
you
my
are with
beans.
this, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I go to
man.
his kill turn. He has 2 cards left. I have 10 cards in my hand because
But you don't have energy because you use 8. Oh.
I was like, damn, I wish I had a bean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough, bro.
It was a big mistake, yeah. But this is all you need. The Deborah is kind of bad because you kind of have to have it early game with mana up. Whereas like you can tap your multi turn 1 or turn 0 and then discard this to whatever hand control they do right away. So it's really cool, and then draw with it later. It's not like you really need to use the mana on your turn anyway. But that was the full deck. Cooler is super fun to play. If you play it super reactively, you're gonna have a great time. If you're scared of Kid Icarus or you just want to like farm Kid Icarus at an event, Cooler's definitely the deck to learn. But yeah, shout out to my team. FOE always making a good place. I think all of us topped this event. It's kind of gross. And then shout out to my boys back home in Fort Wallen, Pensacola area for always helping me like test and shit. And then yeah, shout out my boy Chris. And that's it, man. I'll catch y'all next time.
We'll see you at. Are you going to VA? We should go to VA. We should all go to VA.
VA would be fun. I haven't decided about VA. I'm not trying to lie to Eddie because Eddie calls me a cat. For telling me I don't go somewhere.
Bro, I messaged you. I'm going to screenshot and post it. I said, Ledger, are you going to this event today? He goes, no, I'm not. All right, cool. I'm going to keep it out the deck, bro. This man shows up. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
All right, bro. We'll see you next time, bro.